Stan Matthews at the Matthews Broadcast. On this Monday evening, January the 9th, 2016, we are happy to be with you again, World Changers. And welcome to the Matthews Broadcast here at 91.7 FM and streaming worldwide at www.gemsradio.net. You can watch and listen to us live on the gemsradio.net Facebook page, which is where most of our fans go. And we archive every episode of the Matthews Broadcast at the Stan Matthews Broadcast on YouTube. So you can see all of the episodes that we have done when we began taping the broadcast. Just want to welcome our guests, welcome our audience. We hope everyone had a great weekend. We just got a little bit of white stuff, so please be careful out there. Make sure that whatever those resolutions were, that you're sticking to them. You got 11 months and 20 days to go, right, Donnell? And so we want to keep on doing what we're doing. As we always remind you, you are a world changer. But remember, world changer, nothing changes without you. So first, you've got to change the world for that change to take place. Remember what our poet laureate Maya Angelou always reminded us about relationships. People will forget what you said. They will also forget what you did, but they will never, ever forget how you made them feel. So always look to make someone feel the way you would want to feel. Take some time to sow blessings into someone else's life. Your candle loses nothing when it lights another. Your candle loses nothing when it lights another. Now, we have got in urban communities a wealth imperative. I have said the civil rights movement of my generation is the wealth imperative. We have got to be able to turn urban communities around, and the only way we can do that is by investing in them. They have been underinvested in. In many cases, the investment has gone the other way. People have robbed urban communities, and urban communities are very wealthy in human and financial resources, but now we've got to make sure that we reinvest in those communities with vigor and being very aggressive. So we need wealth. But while we're getting the wealth for our communities and ourselves, please remember that, the real wealth that we seek to attain in life are those things that money cannot buy. Those things like love, those things like true friendship, those things like honor and respect. Those things are fruit of the character, fruit of the spirit. And those things have to be earned by how we conduct ourselves, as Dr. King said, not by the color of our eyes, but by the content of our character. So we're going to get going right now. We have great guests in studio with us. We have Dr. Khalid Badr. He is a pharmacist by trade, and he and his brother own 3 pharmacies. One is right here in Paterson, New Jersey. Another one is in Haledon. Am I correct, Doc?
Harrison.
In Harrison. Yes. And the third one is?
In Passaic.
In Passaic. I just want to make sure that you're on.
Yes.
All right, good. And how long have you guys had the Pharmacy Plus Pharmacies, Doc?
Since 2010, we opened up the first one in Harrison. Then we expanded to my hometown of Paterson. We will open on a second one, hopefully in the next 3 months in Paterson, right across the street from St. Joseph Hospital. And we also have one in Passaic. So it's as our business grows, we would like to give back to the communities, especially the city of Paterson.
That's right. That's right.
That's where I grew up. I went to elementary school here, went to high school here. So it's my hometown. Know a lot of the people. Now it's time to give back and contribute back to the community.
I remind people all the time that grass actually grows in Paterson.
It really does. And the great about it thing is like the people that I went to school with are actually coming back to Paterson.
That's right.
Some of them are lawyers, some of them are technicians. Because it's their hometown and they love the town. They love Paterson, and so it's really a great place to be.
Well, and not only that, strategically, it's one of the most best strategically placed cities in the state of New Jersey. All of Hudson County's waterfront has been built out, as you know.
Absolutely.
As far north as Weehawken in West New York, you can't find anything on the waterfront. Hoboken is overpriced, as you know. Jersey City, there's nothing left on the waterfront. That's now Manhattan East. And so guess what? Patterson is 30 minutes away from both tunnels and 20 minutes away from the George Washington Bridge. And in New York City's master plan, the de Blasio administration is strongly urging developers to look at Patterson because of its proximity to the city. But here's the thing. As that happens, though, we have got to position ourselves to make sure that outside developers don't take everything. And guess what? This now becomes kind of a bedroom community for people running into the city. And people like yourself that grew up here will not have a place here. And so that's something I'm sure that you want to work and help others to avoid.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why even our vendors that we deal with, we look within the town first. We like to help other businesses like ourselves to grow. That's why I urge everybody really go to your independent, shop instead of going to the big chain stores first, because it really matters.
It really does matter.
It really does matter.
It really does matter. And the thing about it is that consumption in this city of 73,000 is somewhere north of 21 billion. So it's a massive consumption. The question is, can we get that consumption to stay home? And if you can get 10% of that consumption to stay home, or 20% of that consumption to stay home, then you'll see the kind of development that you're talking about. There's a movement in this country now under the concept of crowdfunding that actually began a little bit before the 2008 election of President Obama. I was fortunately blessed to be part of that movement and learn from some of the people in this concept called crowdfunding. Well, crowdfunding is not a new concept. If you've ever sat in a church or a mosque or a temple and had participated in the offering when somebody passes the plate, you have participated in crowdfunding.
That's right.
That's right.
And I would tell you this, the largest banking organization in the world, J.P. Morgan Chase, it has over 1.5 million shareholders. Now, 1.5 million people buy anything for $85, $100, or whatever. You have a massively wealthy company. Apple, $262 a share. It is the wealthiest company in the world. 35 million people own at least one $262 share of Apple. Guess what that is? That is crowdfunding. It's just that their crowd kind of makes themselves seem different than our crowd. But all of it, whenever you have multiple individuals who put their dollars together, that is a form of crowdfunding. And President Obama used it very successfully in both elections. He raised $862 million the first time. The last time he ran, he raised $1.2 trillion by getting small donations from millions of people. I think it was 61 million people that gave him at least $35. But guess what? That's crowdfunding. And Bernie Sanders, as we all know, used it very effectively in the primaries that just went past. So there's a whole lot that can be done. The question is, can you organize the people? And that's why, Doc, I've been saying to friends of mine, understand something very clearly in the 21st century. Knowledge is power. Armaments are power. The power of violence is power. But in the 21st century, the most potent form of power, if you can organize it, is people. Money in the 21st century is human resources. If you have the people, you have the money. As simple as that.
Right.
If you have a message and if you have an attractiveness in terms of your concepts and your thinking, and the people follow it, you will have all the money that you need. So I don't think that's the problem. So I'm proud of the fact that you and your brother are looking at local vendors. Our organization, Urban Business Association, you met the chairman outside briefly, Brother Jerry Moultrie, and we are an organization of urban businesses. I mentioned to you that I wanted you to have a one-on-one with him, as well as others, to help do what you're talking about doing, investing in your own local community and building it into something to which we all can be proud. Tell me what you don't sell in the three pharmacies, because I've been to the one here in Patterson. That's where I did my Christmas shopping for my cards, and he helped me. So tell me what you don't sell.
We don't sell liquor. I mean, that's the only thing. but we pretty much have it all. And just to get back to your other point, I mean, I have even the people that work with me, because these see me take the initiative, and during Christmas, during pretty much any occasion, I just wait for any occasions just to go out there and really meet the people. For Thanksgiving, we give out, I think, about 180 turkeys between Harrison, Passaic, and Patterson. I mean, the greatest feeling is really giving back.
That's right.
It's really, it's like a high that it's unbelievable, and it just comes, it's a great feeling, and once you feel it once, it's addictive. You want to do it over and over again.
That's right.
And that by itself, people will come to your business.
Right.
Okay. As long as you're treating people right, people will treat you the same way you treat them. So
I'm now I'm going to make sure we do some business for you. Pharmacy Plus is located where in Patterson?
900 Main Street. Right on Main Street. 900 Main Street, Patterson.
And if they wanted to call in with prescriptions or anything else to see if you what products you have?
862-257-9990. And actually, there's an emergency phone number right on the door of my pharmacy, and that emergency phone number is actually my cell phone number. People can call me, when they have an emergency, 2:00 in the morning. I don't live
ready
too far.
Go.
It takes me like 10 minutes just to be there to take care of whatever they needed for emergency cases. I have the greatest staff. I don't tell them that often, but
well, let me stop you right there. Okay, give me two names right now that you want to give a shout out to.
Okay, I want to give it to Amit Patel,
all right.
One of my pharmacists who actually saved a life.
Go ahead, Amit. That's right. I hope you're listening, man.
Okay, and the other person is Anna. She is one of my technicians in Harrison. And
what's Anna's last name?
It's Anna Lopez.
Anna Lopez, you're a world changer. Don't change anything. Keep on doing it.
So I just have. They're all great. You put me on the spot to pick just two. Now I'm gonna have. Why don't you say my name? But they're really all great. Everybody has something different to contribute.
Right.
And it's not really just about filling medications, calling doctors, making sure that no interactions. A lot of the times drugs are not covered, so we have to call the insurance company, get those things going. It's a lot of things, happen behind the scene, but we make it seem effortless when the patient just comes, picks up the medication, and goes. Right. They don't know exactly what this whole team is. A team effort that actually give out that medication, not just the pharmacist or myself. It's really the staff, from the clerk to the technician to the pharmacist.
Well, I've visited the store in Patterson. I haven't had the pleasure to visit the one in Harrison or in Passaic. I plan to do that this week. I can tell by the way that each one of your people greeted me that, everything does come from the top. Leadership is either a blessing or it's a curse. So absolutely. I can tell you by the way your staff operates, how you and your brother operate. So congratulations on your business. I call you friend. Whatever we can do with this platform, we will do. Whatever we can do through UBA to help you, we certainly will do. One of the UBA members is with us this evening, Donnell Smith of Sunmint Energy. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure once again. This is an awesome opportunity and just a pleasure to be a part of it.
Well, I'm glad to have you here. I know that everything in your business is about sustainability and using the power of the sun so that you can help people get rid of the bill.
Absolutely. Kill the bill.
Right. So that they generate their own energy source. Yeah. Tell us exactly how Sunmint would work with a person like Dr. Batter, who has 3 buildings, or a homeowner like myself.
Yeah, well, we've really positioned all of our services, especially with solar, to give the maximum benefit to a property owner, whether it's a homeowner or a business owner. One of the major things is right now the average homeowner can pay in the next 25 years up to $87,000 for power. And when that money leaves the home, it never comes back.
Wow.
And what we've done is we've positioned the incentives, the state and the federal incentives, to offset the cost of a system where that actual cost now becomes half or less than half. And so on a monthly basis, they're keeping money in their pocket, and on long term, they're building equity in the property, and they're actually eliminating one of their costs. So we position it basically to serve the needs of that facility, that property, that owner, and we basically keep more money in that home or in that business by giving them access to the power of the sun.
How do people get in contact with Sunmin Energy, Donnell?
Okay, so Sunmin Energy right now, we have our website. Our website is specifically designed to get you right in contact with us. So if you are a homeowner, you go to the website, you click on the banner that says Stop Paying for Power. That's all you'll see when you get to sunminenergy.com. You'll see Stop Paying for Power, and it allows you to get in contact with us right away. You can get in contact with us by clicking on who you are. If you are a homeowner, property owner, you click on that button, sends you right to us, email right away. If you are an investor looking to invest in a new opportunity that has a great upside and little to no downside, you can click on that investor button. Or if you are an innovator looking to be a part of the emerging revolutionary industry, which is solar energy, you can click on that button also and get in contact with us and tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and why you are interested in working with or finding out more information about Sunmin and what we do.
Thank you for that. You were about to open a showroom very shortly. What town is that going to be?
Yes. Super exciting news. 2017 is going to be a rocket ship. So we're actually in Maplewood, New Jersey. We're on Springfield Avenue, right across the street from the farmers market. We'll be opening up a showroom that's going to have interactive wall, have conference rooms, so that communities, groups, and individuals and families and property owners can come and learn more about how sustainability can benefit them long-term and short-term, how to leave an inheritance for your children, how to build your business using revenue from the state and the federal government, and basically what sustainability is and all the options that are available to you. So we'll be building out that showroom. Hopefully we're opening up our launch date is actually going to be on our birthday, which is February 24th.
All right.
And so we're super excited about that. We got it moving. Everything's in motion. So we are gearing up now for the public launch. And that will be tied into the opening of the first showroom, the first of many. And we're just excited about spreading the word about it.
Not as exciting as he is about spreading good health all over the place.
That's right.
I didn't ask you, Doc, do you carry a line of herbal products, natural products?
Yeah, absolutely. Carry. You asked me which one we don't sell, which was everything else we sell. We sell. We do sell natural products, vitamins, and before buying any vitamin, I would strongly suggest really speaking to a pharmacist. You're right there in the pharmacy. Speak to a pharmacist because not every vitamin is is good for everybody. Usually multivitamins are pretty okay for everybody, but those other vitamins and herbal medications, they could interact with certain medications. So always let the pharmacist know when they ask you, do you take anything else? Most people leave out vitamins just because they don't think it's medication. It is. So just let them know which ones you're on, and so they could help you better or assist your healthcare better.
Khaled Bader, thanks for coming.
Thank you for
Donnell
having me.
Smith, thanks for coming. We're going to be
Pleasure
together
again.
a little bit later at the IHOP here in Patterson, so that you can get to meet some of our business partners. They can get to meet you. We want to get you that support. So we're going to be together at 8:30. If you're out there in the listening audience and you want to join us in the inner circle, the broadcast inner circle of our strategic business partners and friends, join us this evening at 8:30 to 10 o'clock at the Patterson IHOP. Underground parking is free and it's on me. We'll be right back.
All right.
And Rich and Sam are here to discuss personal finances with me. So we're going to start off with you, Rich. Rich, tell me what the unique value you perceive to the individual investor or the individual who's seeking to put together their retirement portfolio. What is the unique value that Transamerica provides?
Well, Stan, our unique value is that we pride ourselves in not just focusing on the long-term investing or financial planning, but also making sure that before we plan for what people are looking to achieve 20 or 30 years down the line, make sure we protect the now. Make sure that we protect what could happen 20 or 30 minutes from now. So what we do is we take a look at their overall plans, and we make sure that everything they need is in order and protected. And then we show them how, when they're planning for retirement, it's not all about the rate of return that they're going to get, but about how much money they can keep in retirement. So we look at strategies to minimize the impact that taxes will have on them when they're ready to retire. And by minimizing the impact of taxes, we're able to get them a greater rate of return without taking so much risk on their money, which is what most people are concerned with, is riding the ups and downs of the market over a long period of time. We kind of alleviate people with those concerns, and we look at a more conservative approach.
I was at a forum the other day that I was invited to by some financial planners, and one of the guys was saying 73% of American workers are not prepared in any way for retirement. It's frightening statement. Yeah, and that's a big number. I mean, considering we got 161 million people in the workforce, that's a big number. And I'm sure that that gives you guys a lot of satisfaction when you work with people and help them not to be part of that statistic. Tell me who is a great referral for you guys, Sam. Who is someone who's the client from heaven that you think you are best in a position to help?
Well, Stan, first of all, thank you for having us. And ideally, our clients it's a wide range. Personally, I like working with that young professional, 20s, 30s, early 40s. I think that's so important to make sure that their foundational pieces are in place. And one of the things that I've been a real stickler about, I've used with my own son and even my granddaughter, is Social Security. And basically what I've come up with, along with Rich, is we've created basically a Social Security safety net, because Social Security is really not guaranteed, for our children, let alone our grandchildren. Even the government itself, you hear government statistics say that Social Security is scheduled to be insolvent in the next 30 to 35 years. Right. So that really doesn't bode well for people that's in their 20s and 30s and 40s. So one of the things that I have a passion for is really creating a Social Security safety net for that age group, and also combining that with transfer of wealth to the next generation, or what I call the family legacy.
That is a good thing, because again, the Bible says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's
Amen.
children's children.
Amen.
So you're talking about legacy now. You're right up my alley, because the year of 2016 saw us lose a lot of celebrities, but in the year 2016, I lost 2 uncles and my mom. Fortunately, there was a certain amount of planning and preparation in that. So, costs of burial, the estate wasn't lost.
Right.
The estate was covered.
Right.
And so those are things that are very important, and people need to be educated. Do you guys do any seminars for the public from time to time where you come in and educate people about that?
Yes.
Absolutely. We have seminars. We'll go into businesses and educate the employees of those businesses, and we're always available for seminars for groups. So if there are any small groups that would like to invite us in, we actually look for various types of groups, whether they're church organizations, businesses, schools, anywhere where people generally go to meet. We can plug into, and we can educate that group.
Excellent. Now, contact time. How do people get in contact with you and your partner, Sam?
Well, our office number, we'll give you
The 908
right?
497 9940.
99. One more time, Rich.
That's 908 497 9940.
Okay, and we're going to be getting you on the UBA directory.
Yes.
Jerry and the guys are going to put you guys up there so that you're one of the featured companies, and everyone that comes on their website.
Yeah. You better read that. It's a long one there. I'll let Rich read that one.
No, the website is transamericaagencynetwork.com. Again, that's transamericaagencynetwork.com.
Transamericaagencynetwork.com.
.com.
Yeah, it's a long one.
No, I got it. Well, it is what it is. You want to make sure people have the exact place
Exactly.
to be in contact with you. As you talk to the public about their needs for the future, what is the value proposition that you want to leave the Matthews broadcast audience with? What's the value proposition, Rich, you would say, this is what we stand for, this is what Sam and I will give you that no one else can?
Well, we stand for making sure that people are protecting their todays, building their tomorrows, and making sure that they leave their families a legacy in the event that something should happen to them, whether it may be death, disabilities, accidents, sicknesses, or they just live a happy, healthy, and pleasurable life. We want to make sure they're able to leave something behind to their families.
And I'd just like to add, too, that another thing that that's very important, what we add, is peace of mind. Because the strategies that we put in place, the protections that we put in place, it basically covers a lot of the what-ifs in life. What if I prematurely pass away? What if my health deteriorates and I can no longer earn an income? That's really a beautiful thing to have, is a peace of mind, and it's not really a complicated thing to do, Stan. It really is. It just takes really sitting down and planning. We use a lot of products that are easy to understand, and what we do is we take people through a educational process. I really want to stress that. It's really an educational process. It's not a sales process, because once people are educated to what their the solution to their needs, and in some cases we have to actually point out the need. So some people don't realize until we actually sit down with them that, this is a need. That's a very, very peace of mind type of thing right there, because education, knowledge is power, Stan. You know my background.
Absolutely.
You know my background. You know my father's background, and that's so important. And I've taken that and put it and also incorporated that in this business as well. And I really enjoy it. It's something I'm passionate about. Rich is extremely passionate about. We have 50 years of experience between the two of us, and we just want to keep doing what we do.
Thank you so much, Rich. Thank you so much, Sam. I like
Thank
what Rich
you,
left
Sam.
us with. Rich left us with legacy, and you left us with peace of mind.
Yes, sir.
Legacy and peace of mind. That sounds like the first two records on a hit album.
On a hit CD, right?
Hit album. Legacy, peace of mind. I like both of those. Rich Echeverria and Sam Bishop, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
with
so
us.
much,
Don't
Stan.
make this the last time.
Definitely.
We've talked about some follow-up. Hopefully you guys can meet us over at the reception so you could meet some people and do some business with people. I know you've got another engagement, but
Right.
Rich, please stay with us. We're going to be over at the IHOP here in Patterson at 301 Main Street. Go in through Ward Street underground. There's free secure parking, and we are going to be there doing some business with each other and talking about how to protect legacy and have peace of mind.
Amen, Stan.